Hello, guys. Come in, come in, come in. Hello, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome to my channel. My people, my people. Hey, welcome to my Friday night stream. I hope you guys are hearing me. Can you indicate? I see some people here. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and hang out with me. Um, we're just going to be talking about the coronation of King Charles. How many of you have been following it? How many of you even saw it? How many of you watched it? Personally, if I'm being completely honest, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch it because I didn't want to give that vile man my view at all. Yes, thank you so much for the person that liked the video. Thank you. As you come in, please do me a solid and like the video. Thank you so much. So I just wanted to know how many of you actually saw the coronation event. Honestly, the highlight for me was just seeing how warm Princess Anne was towards what's his name, Prince Harry. And let me see. I see a comment here. Hi, Roshana. Hi. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being here. So I particularly was really happy to see that because there's this narrative that the media always want to push, which is that everybody, absolutely everybody hates Harry. And that's not the case at all. Okay. Most people love Harry. Most people side with Harry. And right from time since time immemorial, what's his name? William has always been the problematic one. He has always been the violent one. We have seen videos of William being violent to somebody that he thought was a paparazzi who was taking pictures of him or whatever. So we have seen that happen before. And because they have control of the media, they have a way of basically just having everything swept under the rug and all of the malarkey. So it's just sad. Harry is like the sweet one, and everybody can attest to that. People who are not attesting to that is either because they are afraid or they don't want to get on any of these people's bad side, because they're cowards, or they just basically that's all it is. They don't want to get involved. Kukua says, Anne understand Harry. Yeah, he does. She does. It's just really, for me, in my opinion, the most vile person in that family, one of the most vile person, you know, minus Camilla or whatever, is Kate. I cannot stand Kate for the life of me. I cannot stand Kate. I think she's just a very, very unhappy person. I really think so, that she's such an unhappy person. Kukua says the whole ceremony was a joke. I mean, did you see all the stolen gold from Ghana on those carriages? What's even more pathetic, in my opinion, Kukua, is the fact that all these African leaders, African, what is it called, king, even African kings or whatever. Yesterday, I saw a picture of of the king of Ghana, one of the king of Ghana, or maybe he's the king of Ghana. I don't really know how that works. I saw him shaking hand, went to visit King Charles in the palace. This was before the coronation. And I'm very sure that he just came there. He was invited for the coronation, or he wanted to, like, the whole thing was such a mess. All these African leaders, Tiwa Savage was one of the people who were going to perform. Like, it just really offends me so much to see how many of our people, like, will fall over them. All these people will fall over themselves just to be in close proximity with power. It's really, really embarrassing, you guys. It really is very, very embarrassing to see all these things, you know. Everybody just want to, everybody want to be associated with these people. Everybody wants to rub shoulders with these people. What do they bring to the table? They bring nothing. The Commonwealth has been the ones sustaining the monarchy. The Commonwealth. This is why I respect Barbados so much, because sometimes during the coronavirus, just seeing the way that they treated everybody, people in the Commonwealth country, if you were not from a an industrialized country, they pretty much treated you like crap. They were banning planes from all kinds of places. They were banning planes or whatever. Hi, Anza. Thanks for being here. Okay. They were banning planes because of the C-19, right? So it just got too much that Barbados just said that they were leaving. They were not going to join the Commonwealth anymore. They were leaving the Commonwealth and they left. So since they left the Commonwealth, has their life not moved on? Of course it has moved on. Life for them has moved on. You know, we keep contributing, we keep paying. Hi, Gary House. Hi. Thanks for being here, Gary House. Kukua says, I'm from Ghana and it's just pathetic. It really is. It really is. When I see Nigerian leaders, if not because of our own leader now, hey God, oh, because right now, you know, there is transition of power going on. I'm sure that it's the Buhari would have gone there and be in front and center if not for that. The one that is taking over, that one no kukuma, na so sickness, that one they sick. I'm sure that one is going to have enough time to spend with King Charles, because that one he's going to spend the better part of his presidency in the UK receiving treatment, bowing down to the same people, to the same oppressors. Okay, I don't understand what is so hard for our leaders to comprehend that these people, they need us more than we need them. They, regardless, this is what they do. They will lie, they will misrepresent the facts, they will tell you guys all kinds of things. But the truth of the matter is they need us more than we need them. They need this Commonwealth country. If you see how shaken their foundation was after Barbados, they were really scared that other countries might follow suit. So they started trying to extend their paying attention, you know, inviting them for things, and they started really extending their support. I remember during what's the word that I call? I don't want to mention what actually, the panorama. During the panorama, after they put a ban on flights from a lot of African countries, including Nigeria. Nigeria also imposed their own ban. Within 1 week of doing that, do you guys know what happened? I remember when Nigeria imposed their own ban, right? When Nigeria imposed their own ban, people were laughing, even Nigerians, because a lot of people don't have sense, right? So they were mocking, they were laughing, they were saying, look at you people, who cares, who want to go to Africa and who want to come to your country anyways? So they were mocking and everything. But guess what happened? They themselves, they understood the kind of domino effect that stance, that decision that Nigeria took. They understand the kind of domino effect that was going to take place. Immediately, they rescinded their ban. They call off their ban within 1 week of Nigeria saying, because as soon as Nigeria said it, another African country also announced that they were banning X amount. Even they banned plane from Canada safe. So when they saw that, oh, okay, because you know these people, they always want to put on the illusion that you guys need us more than we need you. But the minute somebody decide to be headstrong, somebody decide that, you know what, I'm going to take a stance against you, all of a sudden you will see them start walking back whatever impositions they had put in place before, because they know that when when Africans really unite, there is no stopping us. They know that they can't survive without Africa. They know this. I just wish our own people really know this as well. They know they can't survive without us. Immediately, Nigeria imposed the ban. Nigeria banned Canada, Nigeria banned UK, Nigeria banned a lot of all these Western countries. Like, why are you going to ban us? And we don't even have, the cases that we have is not even half as bad as the ones you guys have, you know. And another thing that they try to do, as soon as they realize that Africa, do you realize that during the panorama, right? They were expecting, oh my God, they were making all kinds of predictions about how the panorama was going to affect Africa more than it was going to affect themselves in this part of the world. But then when they saw how little effect it had on Africa, instead of give us credit for it, they started making all kinds of excuses as to why. And they were just, it was just so embarrassing. They will never, ever, ever, ever give us the respect that we deserve. They will never. That is why sometimes you have to demand it. You have to demand it. How do you demand respect? Demand respect by our leaders not attending their ridiculous events. Imagine flaunting all the gold that they stole from Africa, and people are just sitting there looking, looking, looking. They're just looking. My in where I come from, the British, when they invaded my Benin kingdom, they still have artifacts that date back to thousands of years in their possession. So how do we demand respect? By ignoring their invitation, by our leaders saying, oh, we have something else doing, we cannot come. Because the minute you continue to like attend this event, it's like you don't know yourself. It's like you don't get respect for yourself. You know, you don't get respect for yourself. Let me read what Roshana said. Roshana said, you know what? King Charles tries to diversify the monarchy, but if they don't show me and they change their way of how they treat Meghan Markle, then they are just playing a game once they treat Meg. Listen, that man is a pretender, okay? You see that King Charles? I feel sorry. I feel sorry for him. Not like, oh, I pity him. Oh, I wish. No, I feel sorry for him because his monarchy, his reign is gonna go down as the worst in history. Imagine somebody who cannot even get his house in order. How do you expect to rule over your country and over the Commonwealth? How do you expect to do that? So, yeah, I don't think he has tried enough. I think what you see as trying is just King Charles pretending. That's just him pretending to be doing something, pretending to be accepting of Meghan. And this is one thing that the people always, those people that are always defending him, right? This is the one thing that they always say that, oh, he was so nice to Meghan. The king was so nice to Meghan, so much so that he was even the one that walked her down the aisle. And I'm like, all of that, you people already know that those things were just high service. They were just pretending. It was all pretend. Let us act like we accept her. Let's do all this high service so that people will see and think that we really love her, whereas we are going to do what we are going to do. All those things are just high service. High service is all they are, you know. He's just acting as if he's trying. Okay, let me do the barest of the bare minimum, pretend as if I care, so that people will look at me and say, oh, at least he's trying. He's not trying. He's not. If he was trying, he would not have treated his son. Do you know that Harry came in early morning today and he left immediately after the ceremony? He left. He didn't even see his father. He didn't even have any kind of communication with his father. Like, he left immediately after the ceremony. What kind of a father does that? And then the coronation. Oh gosh, I should have even started with that. Look at me. Oh, do you know that today is Harry's son's birthday? Archie, Harrison Archie, Prince Archie. Today is Prince Archie's birthday. So this man, because this is to tell you how very little he cares about Harry and especially about Meghan. And timing is very important for all these people, eh? Timing is a message. It's somebody, if they want to tell you that they don't give a crap about you, you know what they're gonna do? They will program whatever shit that they have. They'll program it around the same time as when you have your important stuff. Do you know, if it had been the other way around, if it had been Harry and Meghan programming something on the same day as King Charles's coronation, do you know that what they would have done to Harry and Meghan, especially Meghan, what they would have done to Meghan? But it was okay for them to schedule the coronation on the same day as Prince Archie's birthday, and then they expect Meghan to come. And now what they are crying about now is that, oh, Meghan did not come, Meghan did not come, Meghan did not attend, Meghan did not attend. It's like they're so confused. They don't know exactly what to latch on. On one hand, they're crying that Meghan didn't attend. On the other hand, they're saying, oh, what would she have done anyway? It's not like they have any role. They don't have any kind of a role to play. So what would they would just be here for the sake of it, you know? So all of their moves, they don't have sense. It's just so amazing how some people do not have sense. Let me see. Primers also say he already walked with Diana down the aisle, and look what happened. His then mistress is now his queen. It's so pathetic. And people want to forget. People want everybody to forget that these people, they pretty much use Diana. That's another thing that a lot of people are not really understanding. They use Princess Diana. They use Princess Diana to have strong, healthy male children. He knew he was never in love with Diana. He was always in love with that wretched woman. Okay. So, and that woman was married. Instead of him to just follow his heart, do what he needs to do, but then they decided that they were going to use Diana to have children and then do what they eventually did. They treated Diana really poorly. It was so unfortunate what they did to her, you know. So, and now the slap in the face is that she's now queen consort. I was reading something today. They've even removed the consort from it. Now they just call her queen. Such a slap in the face. And then the mother was the one who basically gave her blessings. For me, I just feel like it was King Charles. So it was King Charles that was just like, do this. The mama no kukuma know where she did again around that time. So she was just agreeing to everything because she was old at that point, you know. She was old and she was quarter to go and she didn't know. It was just King Charles. The mama was just at some point. No, after a certain time, she just became like the figurehead. You understand? So it's just a terrible situation. Let me see. Me Weight Loss says Africans need to unite. I agree. I agree. We need to speak in one voice. We need to say something and really, really mean it. We absolutely need to, because they take advantage of us. And this is all part of the strategy. They will always try to sow discord between us, to cause drama and rift and division between us, because they are the one that invented that whole divide and conquer mindset. United we stand, divided we fall. And they know that the only way that they can succeed is by bringing, causing division, so that while people are fighting each other, they are doing what they're doing, and nobody's paying any attention to what's going on. Kukua Oshense says Jamaica is next to pull away. I hope that Jamaica does pull away. I hope so. You know, this is a situation of who will bail the cat. They need to understand that it is no longer business as usual. They need to understand that it's no longer business as usual. You know, nobody's just gonna be taken advantage of anymore. So unless you make them uncomfortable, they will never learn. Unless you make them uncomfortable, they will never learn. Imagine how they're treating this woman upon how good she is, you know. And then they're angry. It's like they're all over the place, right? On one hand, they're so angry that, oh, Megan didn't come. And then there'll be others that'll be mocking. What is she even coming to do? She will just be a distraction, blah 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 blah. But what really did it for me was the people who were protesting on the other side, and they were carrying placard and screaming, Megan is the princess, or some Megan is our princess. I was just like, oh my God. Ah, even according to a recent poll, younger under 25 British people do not believe in the monarchy anymore. And guess who they blame? They blame Meghan Markle for it. Oh my Lord. They blame Meghan Markle for the reason why young um young British do not believe in the monarchy anymore. I say it is, things are moving, things are changing. Things are changing. Margaret Clayton says right now they are tight with Guyana because of the gold that is found here. Wow. Right now our government is sucking up to them. Oh, let them learn from Africa. I wish Guyana would learn from Africa. They are not your friends. They are not your friends. They are blood suckers. They are vampires. All they want to do is suck your blood, suck it dry. Once they are done, they will just toss you away like garbage. I hope that they will learn from Africa what they have done. Africa is literally carrying the weight of the entire world right now. Just name one country in Africa and just pair it with one industrialized nation and what they are milking from Africa. I hope that Guyana will learn from the, because it'll be history repeating itself if they do not learn. These people, they're only nice to you when they want something from you. Just like inviting all these leaders from African countries to come and put on a united front for the coronation. Guess what's gonna happen? As soon as they've done the photo op and everybody has taken pictures, they won't even want you near them. Okay? So come on. Let's be smart. Let's be smart. When you see them coming to you like that, they don't have good intentions towards you. They really don't. Yeah, Anzalog says used her as a surrogate mother. She was only 19 years old. That family has a lot of scandal. Never talked about it. Silence is the answer from the so-called firm. Colonization takes away who we are. Yeah, we need to start talking about it. We can't just keep quiet and say, oh, it was a long time ago. I don't believe in that too. I don't believe in keeping quiet or just moving on from things. You have to, in order for you to do better in the future, in order for you to avoid making the same mistakes of the past, you have to look at the past. You have to learn from the past. And how do you learn from the past? By taking a look back, by tracing everything and seeing where you were wrong and seeing what you did right and seeing what you did wrong. So that's why it's very, very important. I know that some people always have this policy of never looking back. That's not me. I will look back, I will look front, I will look both sides, because I always like to cross my T's and dot my I's. You have to learn any way you can. You have to learn wherever you can. Do you understand? So I hope that people will learn. I hope that all these countries, that these Western industrialized, especially the British, especially the United Kingdom, these countries that they are now currently sucking up to, I hope that these countries will learn that you have to negotiate, advocate for yourself. Think about your people. Think about your people. Imagine all these people hoarding wealth. They know that all this wealth, right? They're not going to live forever. Obviously, at some point, they're going to die. And then guess what happens? This wealth will continue for generations to come. They are looking out for their own generation. They are looking out for 10 generations from now, 15 generations from now, at your own expense, at Africa's expense, as at West Indies expense, at every nation with resources expense. These people are protecting, securing their generation, their future generations, like 10 generations from now, at your own expense. Like you're selling your own generation to secure somebody else's generation. Like, make that make sense. Make that make sense. Our leaders, they have so failed us. Imagine these people. Look at there is that diamond that was scandalous the other day. I was hoping that at some point they would have returned that diamond back to India, but till today they didn't return it. The one that recently became scandalous again, recently, the most, I believe it's, they say is the most expensive diamond in the world, the one that Queen Elizabeth had, you know. I was hoping that with all of this scandal, they will make a goodwill gesture and say, okay, so we're going to return this diamond back to India. They didn't do it. And they know it doesn't belong to them. They know it doesn't belong to them. It's just so crazy. MTA Cameron says, Harry to be there because of constitutional reasons, Jade. K Monet says, not sure if it is true, but I read that William cheated on Kate with a woman named Rose and had a child with Rose. And now that homewrecker is the queen. Yet they turn their noses up at Rose is not the queen. What are you talking about, K Monet? What's her name is the queen, Camilla. It's like you're missing the both stories. It's like you're jumping both stories, you're combining both stories. Oh my gosh, maybe it's me that is not understanding very well. But anyway, yet they turn their noses up at Meghan and Harry because they want to be happy. Yes, 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 came on it. I get you. Yet they turn their noses up at Meghan and Harry because they want to be happy and live their truth. This family is such a force. I'm telling you, it's such a force. It's so toxic. It's so toxic. This is why, like, they're just sitting by on the sideline and waiting to see Harry fail. And as much as I blame that family, I also blame the British people. The fact that they cannot even come to terms with the fact that these people just want to have a peaceful life. These people just want to have a peaceful life. Came on and says, no, I'm Camilla is the queen. Yeah, yeah, I understood. I finally got what you were saying. I finally got what you were saying. No, they just don't want to understand. It's like it's my way or the highway mentality, right? It's my way or the highway. You're not gonna embarrass us. You're not gonna do X, Y, and Z. Like this is what happened when you do not give people support. You don't give them the needed support. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna find support somewhere else. Okay, and Megan has obviously been a strong force in Harry's life, and they just don't like that. They don't like the fact that she has been a strong support system for him, and she has been there 1000%. And she continues, and they are living their life and they are really, really happy. They are really, really happy. So they will see, they'll snap a picture. They will wait for when maybe, because we all can't just be wearing a smile 24/7. Sometimes our faces make faces that we have no control over. So they'll wait for that moment where they can snap an awkward picture of Harry and say, "Oh, look at how miserable he is. He is so miserable." But Kate, that always has the resting beach face, like she's always mad, she's always angry, she's always miserable. They will find a way to justify Kate. There is something I saw on Twitter now. There is this outfit. Kate is always imitating Meghan, okay? But somehow royalists want to try and paint a picture that it's Meghan that is always imitating Kate. Anything that Meghan wears, not long after Kate, you see it on Kate. And she doesn't even have the body. I'm sorry, but she doesn't have the body that to even pull it off. How can you look at somebody that is shaped like a square, and then you guys will be saying all kinds of things about, oh, she's so gorgeous, she's so beautiful. Kate is such an imitator, like she just copies Meghan every single thing. Everything that Meghan wears, Kate will go and find it. I just wish they would leave them alone. Honestly, I want them to be left alone. Leave the people alone to live their life. And they just want happiness. I think there's a lot of jealousy there, a lot of jealousy, especially on the part of Kate. We all know that William, oh my gosh, nothing William wants more than to be king. Okay, William is about that life. Right from when he was born, he was about that life. And if you read Harry's book, I don't know how many of you have read Harry's book. From what he explained, what he described in the book, that's why he titled the book The Spare. Spare. He was literally a spare. He was literally a spare part for William. He was brought into this world to be a spare part. If ever William needed a heart, if ever William needed a kidney, if ever William needed an eye, he was literally brought into this world to come and be a spare for William. So there really was no value to him. Nothing, no value. He was just there to be the spare part of somebody else. That is so crazy. That is so wild. So, so William being a king, people see them every now and then. You will see them take a picture together. You will think, oh, they're so close. But if you read that book, you know that there was a certain time when they never even saw each other for years because they were being raised apart. One was being raised to be the king, the future king, and the other one was being raised to be the spare of the future king, to be the one that will give the future king an eyeball should the future king ever need one. Do you understand? So two of them were raised so differently. So William is all about the business. I'm the king. The firm is my number one priority and all of that malarkey. Whereas Harry is just like, what am I even doing here? I cannot live my life like this. I can't just live my life serving these people, just waiting for these people to pick me apart, you know? So he decided that he was going to be happy. He decided that he'd rather be happy than be this thing. And there is a sense of jealousy, especially on Kate. Kate is very envious because she doesn't get to do whatever she wants. Okay, she doesn't get to do whatever she wants. She has to follow protocol. Even today in the coronation, right? She was late. She and William were both late, okay? They were supposed to, according to the time schedule, they were supposed to arrive at a certain time, arrive at the venue at a certain time um before King Charles arrives, and they were late. So even the spectators, the commentators, the royalists and everybody, royal watchers, they know because they had seen the schedule, they had seen the time that William and Kate were supposed to arrive. So they even noticed that she was late. They were both late. And so that was another big deal. That was another cause for speculation. Of course, it would not have been as bad as it would have been had it been Harry and Meghan they came late or that were going to be late, you know. But they were making excuses for them, talking about how, oh, they have kids, they have a 5-year old, they have this and they have that. They were giving her grace, the kind of grace that they will never, ever, 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 ever think of giving to Meghan, right? So they were giving her a lot of grace and being understanding or whatever. But it was really interesting to me that she was a few seconds late from when she was supposed to appear, and all of a sudden it was noticed. Whereas Meghan and Harry don't have to worry about that. They just have to live their life, do whatever they need to do, go wherever they need to go. I was reading something some time ago, and some of Harry's close friends, they were talking about how Harry does, even though Harry misses home, which is Britain, even though Harry misses home every now and then, but he has found his groove in, excuse me, I just burped. Sorry, guys. He has found his groove in California, you know. And if you look at him, if you're not looking from a place of bias, if you're not looking from a place of being condescending or just trying to pick apart or trying to look for the negativity, you can actually see that he's a happy man. Even his quality of life has improved, you know. So let me see some comment here. And Diana Hunter, hi Diana. Diana says they're still from Africa, India, and the Caribbean countries. That's why my Barbados is now gone republic, and Jamaica is planning to do the same by 2025, and other Caribbean countries are following to do the same. Listen, this news is giving me life, is giving me so much happiness. The fact that a lot of all these countries, black countries, are removing themselves from this shit show, removing themselves from this farce, removing themselves from this scandal that is the so-called Commonwealth. It is making me so happy. Like, how are you in a place where you don't, there is no difference, they don't do anything for you, but every time you have to support financially, they have to come and take your resources in exchange for what? When you need them, they won't even let you. When you need them, they still make life difficult for you. So what's the point? What's the point of being in that ridiculous alliance? Commonwealth, my yash. I'm so happy to hear that all these Caribbean countries are making this decision. They need to look, because it doesn't help anything. Even recently, there was a poll that came out, and even Canadians are now saying, Canadians, oh, I mean, all of them are the same. Canada, the UK, they are all cut from the same cloth, right? But even Canadians are saying that they want to do away. Most of the people that we polled said they want to do away with the with British colony mindset, or they want to leave the nonsense. They want to leave it behind. Okay, because they still have the British monarch still has a huge influence here in Canada. So, but a lot of Canadians are saying that it's time for us to move on. It's time for us to cut ties. Let everybody answer their father and their mother name, basically. Diana Hunter says, yes, Kate is very jealous of Meghan and she caused a lot of problem between the two brothers. She did. She absolutely did. But you know what is sad? She and her spin machine now try to twist it and make it seem as though the brothers were best friends until Meghan came along. And that was not the case at all. Kate has always been in between these two brothers. And these two brothers, forget what you see back in the day or before Meghan even came into the picture. Forget how people will look at them and say, oh, they are so close, they're so close. If you read Harry's book, you will know that they were never that close. Harry and William were never that close. If you read his book, you will see that. There were times when they didn't even see each other for years. But then when there's an event and they need to put on a show, they will put on a really good show. They will act as if they are best friends. But based on what Harry said in his book, they were never really that close. But now the media, thanks to Kate and her propaganda people, they have now found a way to make it seem as though it was Meghan who came and broke the brothers apart. Meghan did nothing. Before Meghan came, Harry was very, very lonely. That is another thing that I noticed from reading the book. Before Meghan came into the picture, Harry was a very lonely man. His brother was all about the business, all about the family business, because he knew that once upon a time, you know, he was gonna be king. So he didn't even like he had no regard for Harry. He didn't. Um yes, Kukua says Harry is closer to his cousins than Will. Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, it's just so unfortunate. Life is not fair, you guys. Life is not fair. Can you imagine a problem that has been in existence before you even came into the picture, and then all of a sudden people will now be blaming you for it, blaming you and saying that you are the reason why these brothers are not close, you're the reason why they are fighting. Like, you don't even know anything about their problem. Oh. You have no idea about what's going on with them. You're just somebody that they decided they were going to use as a fall guy. Hmm. Just like that, you are now left to defend yourself. Anza Locke says Harry and Meghan are a beautiful couple. He had the courage to stand up and make the decision to take his family away from toxic environment after witnessing what his mother went through. No support, just suck it up. Exactly. This is how it is. This is how the firm works. Tradition rules. Exactly. Just suck it up, wake up. Even when she was talking about being S-Sider, and by she I mean Meghan. Meghan approached the firm and told them that she was being S-Sider. What did they do? They still ignored her. They never gave her the support that she needed. They never gave her any kind of support. And yet they want these people to just stay and just keep quiet. No, no, they treated them so poorly. They were so unfair to them. No, 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 no. This woman was crying to you. She was talking about what she was planning to do to herself. And then she's supposed to. Do you see why Kate is so cold hearted? Like when you see Kate, you just know that she's a cold person. Like, I just feel so sorry. That's why her son is always fighting her. That little one. That one fights her, eh? That one always disgraces her in public. I think she's such a cold hearted person. She has no feelings. She's like a robot now because that's what she has been programmed to be after being in this toxicity for all the time that she's been with this family. Because even when, before she even married, she had already started undergoing all the trainings of how to be a future queen or whatever, you know. And I always laugh when people say, oh, Diana would have loved Kate. Diana and Kate would have gotten along. That is such a lie. For where? Get along where? Diana was a warm-hearted human being. Diana, oh my God, Harry is Diana's twin when it comes to emotions and the warmness and the kindness and everything. Harry is his mother's son. And it just makes me laugh. I say, yeah, it reminds me of this saying that it is the person that is not home that will say, if I were home when this police came here, I would have beaten this police. Eh? I would have beaten this, I would have fought the police. But you were not home. So how are we going to know now? You know? So it's so easy for people to say, oh, Diana and Kate would have got along really well because Kate is not here. But if you look at those two women, they are so different. Kate is so cold. Like she's so cold and so stale. But Diana was always so warm. Like you can just look at Diana's eyes and you just see the kindness in her eyes. That's why she never fits into that family. And that's why she didn't stay after all the drama. That's why if it had been somebody like Kate, Kate would have stayed. Look at what's going on now. We're hearing news up and down that William is messing with Kate's former close friends. You understand? And yet they say Diana and Kate would have been good friends. For where? Lies. Lies from the pit of hell. Lies. Those two women have nothing in common. A drive through my city says because it doesn't really make sense for Canada being a part of it. Yeah, and this new generation are just weighing their option and thinking, what's even the point? You know, in Canadian $20 has the face of the Queen, and now they're gonna change it to the face of the King. Now I'm sure, but people are just like, what the hell? You know, they are really strongly now rebelling against the idea of the monarchy in Canada. They are rebelling against it, like seriously. Yeah, she definitely does. Anza Locke says Kate looks hard compared to a relaxed Meghan. Meghan is just such a warm. When I look at Meghan, I just know that, oh my gosh, Meghan and Diana would have gotten along so well because they just really, 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 they just have so much in common. When Meghan is so warm, just like Kate, I know they would have gotten along really, really well. Sorry, just like Diana. I know Diana and Meghan would have gotten along so well. She would have been the perfect daughter-in-law slash daughter for for Princess Diana. Let's see. A drive through my city, MC says a spare that was not treated right at all, not by his brother, not by his father, not by the family. That's why she was so close to her cousins. That's why, in spite of all these things, even the media, they've been trying to paint this narrative that, oh, Harry and Meghan are no longer friends with their cousin, but Princess Eugenie was just in America spending time with Harry and Meghan. She comes all the time. She's always in America. When she comes, she hangs out. She stays at Harry and Meghan's place. She was just there. Was it last month or so that she was there again? But the media want to lie. Just because you don't see them picture together does not mean the same way the media tries to say, oh, Harry and Meghan and Oprah are no longer friends. Meghan and this are no longer friends. But that's not even true. They just say these things. They just tell these lies to poison their readers' mind so that people will say, oh, she must be the bad one. She really must be the bad one if all these people that have friends, these people that have helped her in the past are no longer her friends. Whereas it's not true. Those narratives are not rooted in any kind of reality. They just want to paint a picture because they know that even their readers will not follow through to see if this is true. All they want to hear is that this Meghan, because they've already concluded, thanks to the media, the readers have already concluded that Meghan is like the devil's incarnate, right? The devil's child. So they just want to read the headline that says, oh, Oprah is no longer friends with Meghan. They don't even care if it is true. They don't follow up. They don't do anything. But we all saw, even while they were saying that Oprah is no longer friends with Meghan, we all saw Oprah doing an interview for the documentary that Meghan did. We saw Tyler Perry. They said Tyler Perry and Meghan are no longer friends. They've had a falling out. We saw Tyler Perry reveal that he's Lilibeth's godfather. But they will just want to paint this narrative that she's such a bad person that people are running away from her. Now, wow. All because she married Harry. Primrose Russell says they were probably hoping she would ex herself. Yeah. 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 Exactly. My God. Hmm. They were thinking that because if you look at the things that they did, the way they were leaking, even Harry said it now, that Kate people and William people were leaking stories to the media and they wanted them to stop, but they wouldn't stop. They were definitely, in my opinion, hoping that she will ask herself. Hmm. My God. Um, Gift Chipo Sifo says, come on, girl, let the African spirit arise through Megan. Yes, Dinah Button says, Broughton, sorry if I said your name wrong. Thanks to Tyler Perry for making sure that Harry and Meghan safely here in America was secure since his own family cut off their security. Camilla was being thrown under the bus ever since Charles left Diana. But soon as Meghan came along, Camille was no longer a target. She all of a sudden was the best thing since sliced bread. Yeah. And then she started to embark on this image image revamping uh journey, you know. But even till this day, the vast majority of British people still dislike Camilla with a passion. Okay. But definitely Meghan coming into her life, she thought she could use that coming into the royal family. She thought she could use that to change the narrative for her life. So that was why she was also feeding the media. She was also pumping the media with all kinds of things, pumping the media with all manner of things, because she was hoping that at least people will hate Meghan more than they hate her, and then they'll focus their attention, take the attention away from her, and transfer it to Meghan. She's just evil. There's something that she did. I never liked her from the beginning, but there's something that she did recently that just made me dislike her even more. She invited Piers Morgan, and this other guy, I don't know his name, he's also a British broadcaster or I don't know, commentator or whatever, who said that it gave a very awful description of what should happen to Meghan. It was so bad that he was forced to apologize to Meghan for what he said. Okay, he gave a flimsy apology, which, in my opinion, I'm just like, that's just crazy. That apology doesn't make any sense. But he called it an apology. Okay, but guess what happened? And so I believe he was suspended or something. I can't remember what happened to him again. But guess who invited him to lunch? Camilla. Camilla invited that guy and Piers Morgan to lunch because those two are the loudest Meghan critic. If you see what this guy said he wanted to see happen to Meghan, you will be like, God, what did she do to you personally? What did she do to you? Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. He wanted them to spill excrement on Meghan. Let me see if I can find it word for word. Yeah. So his name is um Jeremy Clarkson. So it says outrage in Britain after he's a tabloid columnist imagine Meghan Markle naked and shamed. What he said was just more than Meghan being naked and shamed. Says the British TV personality Jeremy Clarkson published his Sunday column in the Sun tabloid, imagining Meghan Markle, Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, stripped naked and publicly humiliated before jeering crowds of Britons. So says, yeah. Continuing, the article said the reaction was intense. Many people were appalled and very active on social media, calling out both Clarkson and Rupert Murdoch, the media mogul who owns the paper. For a couple of days, the word vile was trending alongside Clarkson's name in Britain. The Sun withdrew the column, which appeared unprecedented, but the controversy continued. Parliament is now involved. It was so bad. Parliament, the British Parliament got involved. So bad. Okay. So it says the wife of the King Charles, Camilla, the Queen Consort, has also been vacuumed into the controversy after she hosted Clarkson at a palace luncheon a few days before the column ran. Piers Morgan was also there. Okay. So this is the article. This is from the Washington Post that I am reading. Okay. So a person who said something so vile, something so awful, was invited by Camille. This Jeremy Clarkson guy, and what's his name, Piers Morgan, they are two of the most loudest anti-Meghan columnists, broadcaster, commentators, or whatever. So, and Camilla cannot say that she didn't know about this. So she invited those two people to a luncheon, as in to thank them for all the things, all the ways that they have abused, disrespected Meghan Markle. So Camilla, she's trash. She's trash. For sure, she's trash. She's trash. No. Mhm. So let me read some more comments. Oh my god, it's almost 1 hour. I love these nighttime live streams. I'm in my bed, you guys. I'm in my bed and I'm just live streaming. So Diana Hunter says Harry takes after his mother. Gift says Meghan's eyes are full of love and kindness. It really is. She really is. She really, really is. Like right from when she was a kid, right from when she was a kid, she has always been a world changer. Not everybody is going to be a world changer. Okay, there is a lot of reason why the royal family, women in the royal family, are so envious of Meghan. Right from when she was a kid, Meghan was a world changer. There is a viral video that happened when she was just 12 years old, 11, 12 years old. She was watching TV one day and the commercials came on. So in the commercial says that women across the world, it was a dishwasher commercial, right? So no, is it dishwashing commercial? Yeah. So the announcer said, the narrator of the commercial said, women across America are getting excited about this dishwashing soap or whatever. Megan didn't like that they said women across America because it was so gender based. You know what she did? She wrote to Hillary Clinton. That time, Hillary was the president, was the first lady of America. She wrote to Hillary Clinton that she wanted. This was just a nobody. Oh, she was not even like special. She didn't have a parents in the in politics or whatever. She was just an ordinary school girl, ordinary regular schmegler girl. So she wrote to Hillary Clinton. She also wrote to the company that produced this soap. She said she didn't like the fact that they said women across America are excited about doing dishes or something, something. Obviously, I'm paraphrasing. That it's so gender biased, it's so gender based that everybody can wash dishes, everybody can do the dishes. You don't have to be a woman to do the dishes, a man can do the dishes. She wrote to the company. Do you know what they did? They listened. They changed that commercial from women across America to people across America. She was just freaking 12 years old at the time when that happened. So there are people who are world changers. She has feminism in her blood. It was not today. She didn't start on account of Harry. She didn't know. She has always been an intelligent, like if she speaks. Have you heard Megan speak? Oh my gosh. She understands. So yeah, she is a world changer. She has been doing her bit from when she was a kid. When she was a kid, how many people were even thinking about it? Some people who even maybe would have seen that there was something wrong with our commercials, they would not even believe in themselves enough to actually write the company and say, I want that changed. I want that narrative changed. I want it to say something else. They won't even have the courage to do that. But she did at 12 years old. And then after that happened, they invited the news media came and they interviewed her and stuff. Those kinds of things, I always find them really fascinating because when I was a kid, when I was in primary school, I used to get interviewed a lot by big newspaper. There's one major newspaper that they called Observer. They used to interview me. After once they interviewed me about my parents and everything, and then they published it. And since that time, they have invited me ever since. They will I like things like that, you know. So, and these women that she met in the royal house, they've not, what has she done? What has Camilla done other than stealing somebody's husband? What has she done with her life? What impact has she made in the world? None. What impact has Kate made in the world other than being uh, Prince William's handbag? What has she done for herself? Nothing. Do you understand? So these women have a lot of reasons to be envious of Meghan. They saw her as a threat because immediately she came in, especially that Australian trip that they went, the whole world fell in love. They were not going to allow that happen. They saw the kind of reception. They saw how accepting the world was of Meghan. They saw her strength. They saw her potential in that one visit. They were not going to let that happen. That was when they really amplified their hate for her. That trip, when they saw, even they will run a poll, they will run polls, and then they saw that their popularity was growing. They were surpassing, not only were they surpassing King Charles, who was then Prince Charles, because Prince Charles, nobody likes him. Nobody likes Prince Charles and Camilla. Nobody likes them. So not only were Harry and Meghan surpassing Prince Charles then and Camilla, they also surpassed William and Kate in popularity. Every single poll that were conducted, Harry and Meghan surpassed William and Kate in popularity. That was when the jealousy really, really started. They did not want to see that happen. They were not going to let that happen. That was when they really, really doubled down on their jealousy and their hate for Meghan. Because it was uncut. I even read one place, somebody was saying that it was unheard of. It's important for the king to be liked. It's important for the king to be more popular than anybody else that's not going to be king, you know? So that was another part of their jealousy, that why would you two are not going to be king? You want to be respected as a king, right? You don't want your spirit to be more respected than you. So yeah, that was where the jealousy and hatred came from. Hmm. No, Harry has already stated his opinion about Camilla, one by one. Harry has already stated. He said even William now that is now a kisser, even William didn't even like. They begged their father. According to his book, he said they were begging their father to please don't marry Camilla. They were begging their father. Hmm. A drive through my city says after using young Diana to give them able-bodied children, they deleted her. Yep, yep, yep. Margaret Clifton says the Brits are so gullible, they believe everything the media puts on them. I have never seen such gullibility in my life. Like, they will not even ask questions. They will just take it as the gospel. Like, I have never seen anything like that. I have never. And these are the people that are claiming superiority. Oh. These are the people with superiority complex. So I have never seen a more gullible people than those people. I have never seen. It is amazing how gullible they are. It is amazing. Like, I have never seen anything like that. I'm like, gosh, what is this? They will not even ask any questions. They'll just read the headline of that. Yeah, it's true. They'll start writing epistles, start writing long form comments over something that like, are you kidding me? No, their gullibility is on another level, honestly. Oh my God. Kukua says some families are just dangerous to get into. I agree. It is God that saved Meghan. Oh. And Harry was very, very proactive as well. Like he saw what was happening and he was listening to his wife because he found comfort in Meghan. So he was listening to his wife and he understood his wife, and then he knew what they did to his mother, and he vowed that he will never. People are blaming Meghan for Harry's disdain for the media. There are countless and countless and countless of videos. I have seen so many. Even if you go on Twitter, the sewer, you will see so many different countless videos of Harry expressing just how much he dislikes the media. This was long. This was before he even met who's Meghan. This was long. This was as a teenager when he was like 15, 16, 17. He will talk so passionately about how much he dislikes the media. So for the people now, because they are looking for a scapegoat and they have found one in Meghan, to now make it seem as though Harry was such a pitch to the media before. Harry and the media were like 5 and 6 before, but it's because of Meghan that Harry and the media don't get along. Now Harry doesn't like the media anymore because of Meghan, and that is simply not true. It's not rooted in any kind of reality. Harry has always, always felt a type of way about the media. He has never liked the media. He doesn't like them at all. He just wants them to leave him alone. Even there was one time when Harry, their dad, and William, I think they went on a winter trip or something, and then some of the media were videoing them. So they were cursing the media out. The media didn't even know because uh, Prince Charles was muttering whatever he was muttering. It was later a lip reader was now saying that a lip reader was now interpreting what Prince Charles was saying in that video. He was cursing out the media. He was using the F word, cursing out the media. They don't like the media. But now they're making it seem as though it's because of Meghan that Harry doesn't like the media. Harry has said it so many times. And also, they will say to you that, oh, it was Meghan who convinced Harry to leave. Harry has always made it very clear that this is not the life for him. He has always made it clear. It's amazing how people can just be blamed for something that they know nothing about. God, I beg you. And Diana Broughton says, Piers Morgan can't stand Meghan Markle. Listen, that man has it hot for it. What is happening to him is because Meghan blew him off. Okay, he was very, very fine at the beginning. He was very, very okay with Meghan. He was saying nice things about the Meghan and blah blah blah, blah. But I think Meghan and Harry had a conversation, and then Meghan pretty much cut him off. Meghan stopped talking to him because you know how Harry is with the media. And that was when he turned his back and started saying all these things about Meghan. What he feels for Meghan is just what's it called? He's vindictive towards Meghan because Meghan just kind of cut him off, you know. And everybody can see that because once upon a time, he was the one saying that Meghan is the best thing to happen is to the royal family. Meghan is going to bring the Commonwealth even closer now that Meghan's influence in the family is going to bring the Commonwealth even closer. He was saying all these things. But when Meghan cut him off, Meghan stopped talking to him because Harry doesn't like the media. And all of a sudden, Meghan became this devil person. That one, his own bitterness, the entire world knows that that guy, his own bitterness for Meghan is like coming from a really bad place, a place of hurt, a place of pain. Um, Mavis Maiden says all the fight she got is because Meghan is black. They don't want her in the family. They got their wish. Meghan and her kids will not be in any picture or video. Um, right, right. Anza said because she turned his old sorry ass down when he asked to take her to dinner. Exactly. Because he came to visit and he talked about it himself. Oh, remember, he himself even told the story. He has told the story many times how, Megan told him that she was coming to the UK, and so he basically said, okay, I want to take you to dinner or whatever. But then Meghan met Harry, and Meghan immediately told Harry that, oh, I know this person. I think I'm just imagining that's how the whole thing went. So Meghan was like, oh, do you know this media guy? His name is Piers Morgan. I was supposed to have dinner with him. And Harry was like, no way, no way, no way, please don't do that. Please, please, please. I don't like the media. Okay. So then Meghan did not go to the dinner or whatever. And that's pretty much where, even after that, he still was okay. Okay. Even after Meghan refused to go to dinner, he understood. Even in the interview, when he was talking about it, he said he understood because Harry doesn't like the media. He said it himself. He understood that Harry doesn't like the media. So he understood that Harry may have told her to cut ties, with him. But then the jealousy, and even he was saying all these things, how amazing Meghan's presence in the royal family will be. I think somebody got to him, somebody in William and Kate's camp. Once they saw that Meghan and Harry's popularity was just surpassing their own, somebody got to Piers Morgan and said, please, can you be on our side? Can you please start supporting us? I think, in my opinion, I think that's what happened. Melissa says she has always been a great advocate for humanity since childhood. Absolutely, she has always been that. She's just amazing, and that's another thing that she and Harry clicked over. That's what they clicked on. They just click immediately. They saw each other. They both have this sense of charity, and they are both very warm and beautiful. They just clicked. They just clicked. And Harry is his mother's son. 1 billion%. I can't say that enough. There's this picture that went viral some years ago about Harry. He was hugging this little boy. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Prince Harry hugging an African boy. This was a while back. Yes, got it. Got it, got it. This boy that he met from when he was a kid, right? He met this boy when this boy was a baby. They kept in touch, oh. But then one time, as this this picture made me cry. I saw this picture. I said Diana would be so proud. Diana would be so 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 proud. Oh my God, he hugged this boy so tight. The picture went viral. Let me share it to my screen. Let me send it to my other phone. It was such a beautiful, moving picture, honestly, you guys. Let me see. Sure, you guys are still here. Let me send it. If you see the way he hugged the boy, he knew the boy from when he was a boy, a very small boy. And then they, like I said, they kept the communication going. Oh my gosh, my battery is low, is going down. Can you guys still hear me? This is the picture. So this is the picture. Please, can you guys still hear me? Can you just let me know if you can hear me? Because I feel like I lost you guys for a little bit. Let me see. Okay, okay, thank you. Okay, thanks, guys. So this is the picture. It went viral, and it's just like people were so moved by this. Look at him hugging this boy. People were. I remember this story. So like people were so moved that wow, this boy really is Diana's son. This boy really is his mother's son. Okay. So a boy that he knew when the boy was just this age, this small, and then in the other picture, the boy was now a teenager, and they reconnected, and it was such a beautiful moment for them. Like he's so special. Like, tell me, how can you not love this boy? You know. And William has that one not even be person self. Me, I not even bother. That one not even be person. So who cares? Anza said she was becoming much loved like Diana. Exactly. Firm couldn't have that. So their press was giving the go ahead to take Meghan down. Yes, absolutely. That was what happened. Hold on, no, my battery is dying. Let me get a charger. Or should we end it? Should we call it good night? Should I get a charger or should we just say night night? What do you guys want to do? I'm listening. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for your response. I still need to charge my phone anyway, so I'm gonna charge it. So let me see. Okay, okay, okay. Just put it on the charger. Okay, good. Okay. hmm So let me see some comments. Um, Cassandra Blythe said, I didn't watch, don't really care. However, interested in your analysis. Thank you so much, Cassandra. I didn't watch it either, but I was reading up a lot on it. I didn't want to give him my views, but because I wanted to talk about it, so I was reading a lot of stuff. There were lots of articles coming out on the internet. So I was reading those and I was partially, not fully, partially following what was happening on Twitter because of the part where these African leaders just went there to disgrace themselves, to parade themselves. So I wanted to see how far those African leaders are willing to go. Because a lot of them are very shameless, they're not get shamed. So I wanted to see them grovel at the feet of these people that have done nothing for them, the people who have continued to exploit them. So I wanted to see them grovel at their feet as per usual. So I was following the story online. I wasn't watching the videos, but I wasn't watching it on TV, but I was following the story online. So, but I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much, Cassandra Blythe. Anza Locke says nothing in that family happens without the fam knowing it. You are right. Yeah, you're very, very right. Primrose says he's obsessed with Megan. Yeah, yeah. It really is. Like anything Megan does, that man will just run with it. It's so scary. It's so scary. It's just weird. Like, dude, where's your wife? Can your wife just tell this? Can she just? And then even when people started calling him out and saying, "You have a wife, but you won't leave this woman alone," he started posting pictures of his wife, telling people that his wife is so pretty. I was like, oh my gosh, clown. Yeah, he's obsessed with her. A drive through my city says, unlike Kate, who has to practice to do humanitarian, Meghan has been doing it since she was a child. You're right. Very, very true. Um, I think that boy's parents died, so he was an orphan, and they became lifelong friends. It was when he was doing charity work that he went to the country and met him. And so they just, the boy was so attached to him. And yeah. Hmm. It's such a sad situation, honestly. They need to just leave those people alone. Like, like right now, right? Harry has no role in that country. Like he has no role as a royalist or whatever. He doesn't have any particular duty, right? So him going there alone was just for formality, and they know this. But yet they insist that Meghan come to do what? So that you guys can bully her, so that you guys can use her as your scapegoat. What do you want them to come and do? Why do you need Meghan there? So that you guys can have something to talk about. Can you imagine these people were literally during they, they were accusing Meghan of bringing in production crew to come and record what was going on so that they can use it for their own documentary. They were making up all these things that are not even rooted in any kind of reality. That even some of Meghan's most hardcore haters, somebody like Bethany Frankel, that I cannot stand. I used to like Bethany Frankel when she was on Real Housewives of New York. I cannot believe that this is the kind of person that she has become. But even her had to step in and say, I am a strong critic of Meghan Markle. And I have also, in my career, spent a lot of time wearing mics. So you people that are saying that Meghan was wearing a microphone, you guys are mistaken. You guys have it wrong. She did not wear a mic and blah blah blah. You know. So it was just such a bad thing. So, you know, and then the media made there were people protesting against them. Why are you here? Blah 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 blah. And it was so awkward. The four of them working together. You can just see that you can cut the tension with a knife. You can just see that Kate was just being her usual cold ass self. So what do you guys want them to come back there for? To be another spectacle? No, no. Especially the fact that they would choose such a day as this. They would choose such a day as this. But they said the weather definitely did not cooperate. So they said it was rainy hail. There were hails everywhere. The media won't show you that too, but people were saying that there were hails everywhere, and the weather definitely did not cooperate, and all of that malarkey. So there is also that. But then again, it's Britain, it's the UK, it's always raining. The weather never cooperates, so who knows? Uh, yes, yes, Primrose Russell. Primrose says they also secretly know that Meghan and Harry will bring more eyes to the ceremony. Absolutely. Absolutely, you are so right. Yeah. Because who's gonna watch? They are boring. Nothing is happening. Like they are so boring. You cannot even talk about anything. Like, come on. They will hype themselves, so they will praise themselves. They will talk about how organized, how beautiful the ceremony is, because they have to console themselves, right? They're not gonna come and say, "Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad." But this has to be the lowest rated ceremony, lowest rated coronation ceremony in the history. Even in the era of news medias and TV and internet and everything, it was so boring. Oh my God. Anza Locke says the love between Harry and Meghan looks real. The love between William and Kate looked like his father, and yeah, staged. Yeah, yeah. I definitely agree. Margaret Clinton says they wanted her there so the media could have a field day. Yeah, yeah. And distract and become a distraction from the shit show that was actually happening. I am so glad. I am so glad that she did not give them that satisfaction. Oh, I am so happy that she did not put herself in that crazy situation. I am so happy that she's like, up yours, whoever you are. It makes me so happy that she did not take the bait. I'm so glad that she didn't take the bait. Just you guys find your own way. You guys are gonna have to work hard to you're not me anymore. Okay. And Harry pretty much made it a 1 day journey. Like he's coming and going on the same day. It's so amazing. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. You guys, I've been here an hour and 32 minutes. Let me go and catch some Z's. It's like 11:33 p.m. Toronto time. It's really late, okay? I'm gonna get back to it. And let me read some comments. Nathan Dixon says they wanted her there so they could then say she's still in the spotlight. Right, right. So that they can just blame her. They will blame her. They will make things up. They will talk about a non-existent microphone. They like, come on, come on. I'm so glad. Like you have to grasp. Some point you have to think. Listen, I'm gonna stop making myself a human. I'm not gonna make myself a human pinata for this boy anymore. I am done. I am done making myself a human pinata for these people to be smacking every which way. It's over. Done. Father's name. I am so glad that they have made that decision to like to me no more. Anyways, you guys, thank you all so much for being here. Like this video before you go, please. So please, 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 please give this video a like. Oh, please, guys, come on. As you're stepping away, just be giving the video a like. Can you imagine how many likes do I even have in this video, Seth? No. No. How can I have only now? Come on now. Give my video a like because okay. Thank you so much, Margaret Clifton. Thank you, Anza. Thank you, A Drive Through My City MC. Thank you guys so much for your time. I will, of course, catch you guys in my next one. Bye, guys. Have a nice rest, okay, you guys? Hope you have an amazing rest of your day, rest of your night. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.